Hello everyone, this is my update as of, what is this, July 27th, 2021. I'm actually on my way, I'm driving through Malibu Canyon on my way to the valley to have my energy medicine session with Camille, which I feel like every cell in my body, like just when it knows it's going, it just is like a magnet. Ugh. Being on her table, I don't know what she does really. I mean, she's working with the energetic patterns of my body to keep the energy flowing effortlessly, which therefore creates greater health. It's when we have the blockage of energy flow through stuck emotions or, injury or whatever, that our thoughts, our beliefs cause what we call a wobble in our energy flow. And when there's a wobble, it means it's like, think of a river, where if there's a big rock or a tree limb or whatever, the river has to kind of wind its way around that. And sometimes stuff gets stuck there and kind of gets murky. So that's basically how our body, the energetics of our body works, and the chakras. And the chakras are the 7 energy centers that run up and down our spine from our crown down to our tailbone. And each chakra represents different emotional experiences and manifests physically in the body. So we want even flow of energy. No wobbles, no stuckness, no branches, no rocks in the way, rocks of stuck emotion or all of that. So anyway, my whole being, my body, heart, mind, and soul just looks forward to being on her table, because I leave there in the most relaxed, peaceful state ever. So anyway, that's where I'm on my way to right now. Where am I in my whole journey right now? Well, so as I've been saying, this journey is an emotional roller coaster of major ups and major downs. And that has given me the opportunity to practice staying steady in my center. Because we've all heard the phrase, this too shall pass. And that's for everything in life. I mean, everything in life. By the way, you can see where I am, kind of in the golden hillsides. Actually, I'm driving through the area where Kobe Bryant and his daughter and those precious souls crashed in their helicopter. I'm driving amongst these hills. Anyway, so sorry about my hand there. The ups and downs, this too shall pass. That's life, right? That's life. Our challenges, they pass. Our good times, they pass. But where are we in the process? Are we like on that emotional roller coaster? And yes, I have been, but it gives me an opportunity to just practice, okay? Breathe, stay centered, We want to be riding all the good times all the time, but that's not life. So I say that because on June 28th, I got a CT scan, and, some of you already know, but lo and behold, it was better than what I could have ever imagined. It was totally clear. Like everything, chest, abdomen, pelvis, all organs any suspicious spots that I had before. The last scan I had was in November. All of it's gone on this scan of June 28th. Awesome, right? I mean, I was literally jumping around, dancing. Yes. And it just said, the radiologist or whoever read it said no evidence of recurrence or metastases. It's what we want to see. Woohoo! Except, so you got that moment. And then you get my cancer marker number, which has jumped up and elevated in the last month to 115. Sorry, not 115, 151. So, just a reminder, my specific cancer marker number for ovarian is a CA125, and the normal range that you want it in is anything below 35. And just so you know that in April I was down to 9. Last fall I was at 486. Some people are in the thousands, so I feel like 486 is wow. But I don't want 486. I don't even want 151. I don't want 151. I want frickin' 9 or below. At least 35 below. Anyway, so as of a week and a half ago, my number has gone up to 151. So it's like, are you kidding me? So who knows, that number can also be, doesn't always mean cancer. It can mean that there's inflammation in the body in some way that throws off that certain protein in the blood. I mean, that's what I would love it for it to be. But, of course, my Western oncologist and my naturopathic oncologist both, don't want to take any chances, and so they say that if it truly is, an indication of any cancer, that it could be on a microscopic level that hasn't manifested into, something readable on a scan. And, I've had 2 major abdominal surgeries, including a total hysterectomy, and, they're just being proactive, which I get. So they both suggested that I go on a kind of next line of therapy called Lynparza, which is basically kind of a chemo pill medication drug. I choose not to call it a drug because there's energy and vibration that goes into that word. Medication, maybe we'll call it medicine. Medicine is I totally believe that words have a certain vibration, and so I'm going to call it medicine. For those of you who know me, as I have told my doctors, I'm not somebody that just doesn't want to be compliant. I do, if it makes sense to me, of course, and as an exercise physiologist and an understanding of the body. I'm not just somebody that's just going to take somebody's word for it. I'm not going to give all my power away, give it to the doctor and say, you're all-knowing. No. Nobody. I'm the one that lives in this body. I'm the one that knows this body. So, yes, I'm going to listen, but I'm also going to do my due diligence and research and make sure that it makes sense to me. As you know, this is how my journey has been. I don't just blindly accept. I do my research because I have to be at peace with what I'm choosing to do. I have to be at peace. If I'm not at peace, what kind of resistant energy am I putting into my body, right? So there has to be peace. So I do that by doing my research, asking people who've been on this journey, what have you chosen? What's your experience been? So, like, for instance, this Lynparza. So what I was going to say, that you're talking to a person here who up to the age of 50 never even took Tylenol. Okay? Nothing. No medications, no aspirin. I mean, here and there throughout my life, but I just don't do that stuff. So, you know, what my body has gone through in the last 2 years, and the trauma and the having to lean into the biggest, most challenging form of medication in the form of chemo. Oh my Lord, I just had to, in order to have peace with that, I had to, and I, you know, as my therapist told me back then, because I was just a ball of with that. She said, is there a way that you could bring it down to zero? Could you at least be neutral about it? Not for it, not against it, but just kind of, which was really good advice for me, because if we are anti-anything, and I know this, you know, anti-anything being versus for something, and anything in life, anti has a much more intense energy vibration than I'm for something. Okay, so I might not be for this, but I'm for that. But if I focus on that I'm anti this, that creates a certain energy versus, you know what, instead I'm just going to bring all of my energy into what I'm for, stand for. Anyway, so my point with, you know, chemo, I've had to make peace with it. I've had to at least come to zero, to neutral. And trust me, when I was getting my infusions, I was blessing the crap out of that. I was thanking it. I was choosing to see the divine, you know, God's hand in all of it, you know, and directing that medicine to where it needed to be, and to leave my healthy cells alone, to work with my healthy cells, not destroy them, but work with them. And so anyway, the point of this is that, you know, I've had to come to this with this Lynparza. Yeah, do I wish I didn't have any of this? Absolutely, I do. I wish none of this was a part of my life. And yet it is a part of my life. And me wishing that it wasn't, again, creates a certain vibration, creates more angst. So moving into peace and acceptance, I saw a definition of stress. If I'm remembering right, the quote was, stress comes from resisting what is. What is? This is what it is. This is what I'm dealing with on this journey of my soul. Okay? When I move into acceptance, I find peace. Like, this doesn't mean that I surrender in the regard of, cancer is going to take over my life. No. I got things to do. Okay? I do. But what surrender means, an acceptance of, okay, yes, I want to be over this. I want to be on the other side of it. Yes, yes, yes. But what I'm realizing is that the more that carries an energy and a vibration. And that creates dis-ease within me. I have faith that I'm going to be through this. I have absolute faith. Then the voice I hear is then lean into that faith and be at peace and just trust in the process. And if you have to take Lynparza, then you have to take Lynparza. And it's not a have to, you're choosing to, based on my research. So making peace. And that's what this journey really is about, is just finding that place of centeredness and peace within me, no matter what's happening in my world. It's a practice. As we know, it's ongoing. And this sure gives me the opportunity to practice it. Holy moly. Anyway, that's my message for today. That's where I'm at, is just practicing peace and acceptance. And I have faith. I will be fine. I am fine. I'm living life. Keeping the faith. All right. Love you. Bye.